And then again, stay at range. There's no reason for you to get close to an enemy unless you go into this machine. Fire, 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 and then roll, right? Always fire empty your shots first. There's no reason to conserve any ammo. What's up, friends? This is Manni, and welcome to my top 5 tips and tricks with Mo. Starting with number 5. We're going into Showdown because I always benchmark all my brawlers in the same conditions in Showdown. Because it shows me how competitive they are with other brawlers in various situations, okay? So let's do that, and by the way, if you enjoy the content, consider staying tuned and subscribing to the channel. Now, tip number 5, stay at range. You are not a short-range brawler. In fact, you're doing even less damage when you get too close to your enemy, right? So stay at range, pre-fire corners, because that is really your strength, is the fact that you don't have to get all the way close to them. So, we gotten a couple of kills here already. And what do I mean by you do less damage? I'll show you in a second, okay? Because tip number 4, and I need a fresh match for that, is mind your firing pattern. You see, when I fire from here, I do double damage or even triple damage against the box. But when I fire from close range, I will often only hit with one spread of the thing, right? And I just got the kill from far away because I mind the firing pattern and the fact that I can keep hitting further in the direction I throw. So if I stand right in front of an enemy, I will often not do the full amount of damage. So I have to get further away so that the bouncing shots can multiple hit the enemy. Okay, so that is tip number 4. Tip number 3 is use your gadget, right? Use it, don't forget it. You need that, you need your, what is it called? The machine. Because this is really what makes so good. And by doing that, you can maximize your potential. And tip number 2 is manually cancel your machine. You just saw me do that, right? When you know you're not going to be fighting any brawler in short range for a while with your machine, the machine only lasts for a few seconds. You may as well manually cancel it, because if you do that, you will start recharging your health directly in Mo. Because here's what you need to know. If you begin to recharge your health and you switch back to Mo from the machine, you'll see that you cancel your healing. So if you know you're not going to melee attack anybody for a while, why not use that knowledge and go to your thing, back to Mo. And then tip number 1, empty all your shots before you go into the machine, because the machine has unlimited ammo and Mo has a different ammo pool, right? As you can see here, Mo has a different ammo pool himself, so you can fire empty everything you've got, then jump on the enemy with the machine and drill all that time you have. And when you come back to Mo, you will have full firepower ready to throw your rocks, because those two ammo pools are different. And so always fire empty all shots you have and then enter into the machine. Chances are you're going to do additional damage before, and there's no reason to conserve ammo in that situation with Mo, okay? So knowing these 5 tips and tricks, I'm going to show you how I skilled Mo, which is what I would advise you guys to do. And we're also utilizing all those tips I showed you here, okay? So we're staying further away at about 80% range with our weapon, with our stone throw, so that we can use the skipping stones and the added jumping or bouncing shots to our full advantage, and double triple hit the boxes, right? Now we're between 2 enemies, which is always something bad, but in this case Brock up there didn't really matter, or he didn't really do something. Now the other tip, mind your gadget, right? Use it whenever you get the chance. Use that gadget, and even if maybe you're not gonna actually get the bonus. Wow, you have your ulti ready? How? You didn't even do anything. Use that tiny hitbox that this character has. We have such a tiny hitbox, and we're extremely hard to hit, right, by the enemy. He's got a real trouble hitting us with his attacks. I was also having troubles hitting him here, but it's okay. Oh, a +9 Shelly. Ooh boy, Shelly. You're pumped up pretty far. Okay, so we got the ulti ready. And I'm firing empty the shots, and then I go into the machine. And in that case, it was a really close call. Really close. While editing the video, I realized that there's one more tip I can give you, is that you do direct damage when you hit the enemy with a drilling machine, but when you come out of the ground and the enemy is also there, you do the same damage again. You can double that. And it happened here in this situation, and you need to be aware of it, so I replay that one more time for you. And I'm firing empty the shots, and then... And in that case, it was a really, really close call. Really, really close. But I was able to afford it due to the knockback. Now, let me show you how I skilled or how I equipped Mo. Okay, let's go into the gear and tell you what I did. So first off, I think dodgy digging is the better way to go, because the machine having a short dash that breaks walls isn't really worth it, because most of the time you'll be spending as Mo, and you're trying to reach to get the machine. So to be able to do that faster 50% all the time and using that gadget is really, really worth it. So going with dodgy digging is, in my opinion, the most important thing, because that dash is not necessarily needed, because you'll see you're fast with the machine, and you don't need that wall break, really. So the next thing is, I personally, and that is up to preference, I went with the healing because I noticed very often I fight longer periods with time with enemies who are skilled, and it depends on how fast you heal whether or not you can out-heal the enemy and come out on top. I think that came out more important for me than being able to have a little bit more damage when under 50%. The added gadget is something I would consider for the second gadget, or perhaps the shield. But this, again, is up to preference. The star power, in my opinion, definitely skipping stones. Again, the machine is so fast by itself, you don't need to increase its speed. It's not necessary unless you drastically miss your machine throw, and that you should practice if you do. So don't increase the speed on the machine, it's not necessary. Go with the attacking multiple times with the skipping stones. Having more damage output in most stone throw is incredibly important. And then, if you would, I could give you a tip number 6, or number 0, because we went 5 to 1, and now, like, the most important one is, you have a super small hitbox. Freaking use it, man. Know how to dodge enemy attacks, right? Be aware that you can make that control point to the left that I'm using to control him here. Make it smaller so you have more control over its little accuracy. And therefore being able to dodge more accurately too, right? Uh-oh, we have Spike coming from down here. And he's almost dead now. Alright, we got him. Thankfully, due to the skipping stone flying further, right? And then again, stay at range. There's no reason for you to get close to an enemy, unless you go into this machine. And it does a lot of damage too. That machine is really doing a ton of damage. But you see, if I shoot from here, I only do 1,700. I shoot from here, I do that twice, that damage. Now there's not really a reason for me to attack the box. Oh, he can do that twice, right? Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Okay, that was checkmate. I was between both and I was so low. I guess I can be happy I was able to beat Daryl there. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Let's just enjoy one more battle and utilize all the tips and tricks that I've just taught you to see if we can make a place 1, okay? I don't know exactly how much trophies we have right now. Are we at 300 or something? So we don't necessarily have the most powerful enemies yet, but we're not seeing bots anymore. And again, so mind the gadget. When there's an encounter, I'm gonna activate my gadget to be able to recharge my thing faster. In this case, the enemy would just completely avoid the battle. And yeah, so here I'm charging my ulti faster, and that was the key to victory here. Without using that gadget, I would not have been able to charge it. Okay, I'm doing it again. I'm charging my ultimate faster by utilizing the extra gadget, which I've already used all of them at. I always am surprised to see how far 8-bit can fire. Wow. Jeez. Alright, that was not your best move there, friend, to get close like that. My ulti is ready, there's a bunch of brawlers left. And I'm scouting bushes, obviously, something that Mo can do pretty well. Bush scouting. Because your shots spread, and that gives you the option to do that. Always come in, of course, intercept combats. fire, 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 and then roll, right? Always fire empty your shots first. There's no reason to conserve any ammo. Go in all the way. Bam, you're first, all right? So yeah, that tips and tricks video. I hope you had some fun time with it. I personally, if you want my opinion, I think Mo is a decent brawler. He's not gonna be game breaking. It takes a while to charge the ulti or the super, and it also is not the easiest to make the shots count. Anybody getting close is going to be absolutely death to Mo, because he does less damage, so skipping stones don't work at close range. But if you can keep the enemies at bay, it is a really good brawler due to the spreading hits, but he's not crazy good. Like, I wouldn't place him in any ranking very high up just yet. We'll practice with him more and see if something about this changes, but I would say he's a decent brawler, not broken, not terrible. He's somewhere in maybe the 60% area of 0 is terrible and 100% is insane. Okay, so yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, and Manni signing off. Bye-bye, my friends.